stopping. We the whole party ever
Right.
popping.
Welcome back, episode 11. Good to see you.
Good to see you. Episode 11 already. Flying through this.
We're moving fast. We're pretty much Joe Rogan levels these days, aren't we?
You say that all the time.
Yeah, mate.
Well,
Yeah,
he's Joe Rogan. Rogan. Joe Rogan.
Yeah, Joe Rogan levels.
I'm just throwing my words nice and early.
Yeah, well, big result this week. Big Ange.
Yeah, for Tottenham.
I know, finally got the trophy. He's pretty cool how he says it, that I always win things in my second season, and then he backed it up. If he didn't, he would have looked like the biggest knob.
Well, he probably knew it was either that or the job, wasn't it?
Yeah, he just put all his chips on the table. He went all in and just was like, I'm going to call it now.
He's clutched it.
And then you get to look like a legend, don't you?
100%. No, I'm buzzing for him, Ange. Yeah, it's good that the team won, and it's good that he can do it. An Australian bloke that's done it, and
Oh, it's massive, yeah.
you know, not many Australians. Never been Australian coach in that league, is there?
I don't think so, no. I think he's the first one, especially the first one who's been successful. I don't know if any others have won a European Cup.
Yeah.
Not many players would have won a European Cup from Australia.
No.
But he's flying the flag.
But he's won trophies everywhere he goes, isn't he? Always wins.
He has, yeah. He transformed Brisbane Roar back in the day. They weren't winning much, and then he got him to win leagues and grand final. Then he went from there to Japan, won things. Went to Celtic, won things. Even did well in the Champions League with Celtic. I remember watching. He had real good football.
Yeah.
He's brought all his Japanese players with him.
Yeah,
to Celtic, but that's smart because when you play, how good are Japanese players? In our league, when they come in like hero,
Oh, he was
so
superb.
much better than everyone else, aren't they?
Yeah, he was superb, Hero.
Yeah.
I think but Hero was a Japanese player that he knew he was a left back, didn't he? Come in, he's not like I'm not a midfielder. He knew his role, and he was just superb in that.
He was a freak. He used to
position.
He used to run to training 10Ks to training, jog around the pitch for 30 minutes to warm up.
Yeah, get there, make way more professional than us, wasn't he?
Oh yeah, we were getting McDonald's on the way. He's doing a half marathon on the way to training. He's so fit.
He was fit. There's loads of good Asian players in the league.
Oh yeah, when they come to Australia, I think they're so unproblematic as well, because they don't really have any vices. You see them, they're not going out drinking, they're not gambling, they're not doing all these things, so they can
Gambling?
Well, they don't. You can pay them less. You know what I mean? They don't have all these things they're spending money on, so you can literally pay them less. I don't think they get paid crazy money compared to other players who ask for more and are greedy. They're pretty easy to deal with.
They are, yeah, and it's hard. There are only 2 spots you're allowed. I think there's 3 spots in the team, and only 2 players can feature in a match week game.
Yeah.
It's at our level, NPL level, and Football Queensland. So and it's harder to get teams, isn't it? Just when you have 1 or 2 visa players, and
well, Hero was that good. I think one of the boys would have married him for citizenship if it came down to it. You know what I mean? I think someone would have just married him, got him citizen, so he could have played. Because they make such a big difference. They're so good.
Yeah, he's good. Morton Bayer, that's why Morton Bayer doing so well at the moment. They've got 2 players in the 2 Asian boys.
Did you see? So Wynnum have a lad in midfield, Maeda, I think he's called.
Yeah.
The old lad, looks like a monk.
Yeah.
Did you see his free kick against Knights that he hit, crossbar and in? You probably put it up here, just to show, but absolute banger. They're such good players though. They're so good to have.
Yeah, he was. He's a tidy on the ball. That guy, he dictates the way they play. That's quality camera angle, isn't it, from Wynnum Wolves?
Yeah, they've done a few like that. They're pretty good.
Right, Wynnum Wolves are definitely up there. I think Gold Coast Knights are the other team that's up there.
They do. Strikers had someone for a little bit. I don't know if he's still there. But makes a big difference.
Yeah. When Strikers went in the top league, they did have someone.
Yeah. And I think it makes the game look so much better, and the players love it too because it gets a bit higher.
Yeah, it gets a bit more.
Yeah. So if anyone wants some internship for us to come help us with some filming, because we need some help, let us know. But back to Ange, sorry. Maybe that's the key actually. He needs a few more Japanese players next season. Signs a few Japanese lads.
Might take it to the top.
They might actually come above 16th.
Yeah. No, definitely change it around.
But the game, back to the game, I heard it was terrible. And I had a watch and it was awful. It was Tottenham had 3 shots all game, 1 shot on target, barely a shot on target, he just toes it over the line. United.
Are you a Man United fan?
Remember I changed?
Oh yeah, you did.
I used to be. My whole childhood was Man United.
No, Liverpool.
Well, it was Blackburn, Man United, because they were the biggest team. You know, you have Beckham and the superstars, and it was just attractive. And then United have really just fell off a cliff. So then I went to Man City. Man City, and now they've not done as well. But I think it'd be rude for me to change after 1 season. Yeah. So I think I might wait till see how City rebuild.
See if they flop again.
Yeah, losing De Bruyne doesn't help. He's my favourite player, so losing him upsets me a little bit. But they could bounce back.
It's like when AD left the Lakers.
It is. No, that was good.
No.
Luka Doncic can.
Oh no, he can. But AD was 30 points a game. I'm not going for wins. I'm going for bets.
Anthony Davis would get like a finger in the eye and he'd be out for 6 weeks. Like he was so soft. He'd like stub his finger and he'd be like crying and then he'd go off the game. And it's like, bro, just get on with it. He's too injured, but yeah, good on Ange. Great win.
Yeah, well done, Ange. Well done to Liverpool. Not Liverpool. Tottenham. Yeah. I don't want to say it. I hate Tottenham.
Yeah, you hate Tottenham, but it's good for them. Good that they're in the Champions League. It'd be interesting to see how they go. Obviously, they've had such a poor league form. Hopefully, they can turn it around and do well in the Champions League.
Yeah, it'd be funny if they get relegated next year. That'd be good.
Yeah, and win the Champions League.
Yeah.
So in the Champions League from the Championship.
Yeah, 100%. Is that possible?
I think so. That'd be sick.
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Hopefully, he gets relegated next year, but wins the champs.
Yeah, hopefully. But yeah, good on him.
The other main thing is the Liverpool one, obviously. They're thinking their parade. See their parade that happened? And the car that slammed through all those people?
Yeah. Not ideal.
Crazy,
It's
isn't
not
it?
what you want when you're all celebrating a win, but you know what it's like when you've got like 50, there's probably like 1,000 people around his car, all wasted. Were they banging on his car or something, you said?
Yeah, I think it was. There was all the roads in like Liverpool were closed and stuff, and there was one or two that are open.
Yeah, you never know what's happened. That guy might be like, I'm taking my kid to the hospital. It might have to, something urgent, and you're like, I just need to go to work, or I just need to do this.
It could be
everyone's
anything.
not letting you drive.
And everyone's just banging, all celebrating, cheering, banging on the windows and stuff, and apparently he's obviously panicked, put his foot down, like to get away, sped up and hit loads of people. Yeah, and he's injured a few. I think 4 people got stuck underneath the car.
Bloody hell.
Charlie, it's pretty crazy scenes.
Yeah, it's not
It must be an Everton fan.
Oh, it's got to be.
Yeah, because it was a Scouser. They thought it was terrorism at the start, but it turns out he's a Scouser guy. So
it's just puts a damper on things. Obviously, it's not ideal in any situation.
Probably hates football and thinks,
like
bro, get out the road.
He probably does. He probably hates it, and he's just like, have some of that.
Have some of that, yeah.
Yeah, not good, not good.
No, not good for the poor people involved.
Nah, but back to, we'll talk about NPL now.
Oh yeah.
So I was saying, remember when we said winning Wolves are like a box of chocolates, you don't know what you're going to get?
Yeah.
Your team's now the Forrest Gump of NPL. Because you lose 5-1 to Raw Youth, then you beat Lions, then you lose 5-0 to Rochdale, or 5-1 to Rochdale.
5-1 to Rochdale.
5-1 to Rochdale in the Cup, then you go and beat Knights at Knights.
Yeah.
Crazy, yeah? You're a roller coaster.
It's hard to explain. Maybe when we're the favourites to win the game and we have control of the ball, maybe we're not a team that does as well. You know, we sit back against the top teams, let them have it. Yeah. They can break them down. But massive results, mate. Yeah, it is
good sometimes if your team suits that style where you can just like park the bus, defend and get them on a counter.
Yeah. Instead of trying to play football.
Yeah, don't try and play football.
Don't try and play.
Yeah, we've seen cop flicks.
Yeah. But no, we have been a lot better and we've changed shape a little bit and made a couple of adjustments to make it work.
Did Harvey Pope play at the back? Yeah, I just saw he got in the team of the week as a centre back.
He did, yeah. He played. Oh, Oscar Dillon got red carded.
Ah,
and then Popey obviously in midfield, so they chucked him in defence and stuff.
I thought he might have got another goal. He's closer to close to the own goal. He might have scored again.
You haven't seen Popey's message to you yet, so I'll save it for the next episode.
Has he got an message?
Yeah, I'll throw B on the ball.
Oh, you can put it up. Show me.
Yeah, I'll have to show you. Yeah. Shall I show you now?
Yeah, show me.
Yeah, 100%.
Wait, you, Pope?
Go on, what? Go on to myself.
Yeah, because obviously you got your first goal the other week, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
A mí no hablo inglés. Great to score my first goal for the club. Proud moment, me and the family. It's a shame it's in my own net, but move on to next week.
Yeah. You made goal of the week on Be on the Couch.
Yeah, thank you for that, mate. Really appreciate that. I saw that little segment.
Yeah.
And if what's your guy's name again? I forgot his name. Jake, yeah, sorry, Jake. Not disrespectful. If I ever bump into you on the street, I swear on my mother's life. I promise you. I swear to God. Anyway,
move on.
I'm terrified.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on that one?
Oh, look, it is what it is. You can be my bodyguard.
Yeah.
I don't even know what did I say that was offensive. Called him a space cadet.
I think he called him a space cadet. He said you couldn't look at him. You couldn't give him the aux cord.
Oh,
yeah, he really hurt his feelings on
look,
that
I
one.
didn't mean it. It's all bad.
It's obviously got to him.
It's all bad today. I'm sorry. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me, please.
He's a man of many threats, Pope. I don't know if he's going to pull through a bit, but just be careful.
Tell him if he wants to find me, I'm in Beachmont, up the mountain.
Yeah. His car won't make it up there.
Yeah, true. Got a few tools on the property. I'll have a chainsaw already, so let me know when you can.
Yeah. But no, that was Popey's reaction to his goal. So great little interview for him.
Yeah, good on him. Good on him.
I'll put it up here on the video before.
Good for him to get exposure.
100%. So, but no, more NPL games this week.
Yeah, so obviously you getting the upset last week. Should we get the results up?
Yeah.
We can put them up on the screen. I love he acted like he didn't know who it was. Like, come on, brother. Come on.
Yeah, you know exactly who. You know exactly who you are.
That's cute. It was cute, but
Yeah.
You know.
He gets up every morning, sends me a photo with his coffee and his bagel, watching us podcast. You know, when he gets up once a week. So of course he knows who you are.
Yeah, he's just trying to be cool. Like, obviously we're taking over, and he wants some of the shine, some of the Couchies shine.
Yeah,
but I'm happy for him. I am happy for him. Like his first goal. Like let's not take anything away from the boy. Impressive, great finish.
First ever goal at NPL level. Like, it's massive
achievement.
Massive achievement.
And we're proud of you. It's all jokes aside, we're proud.
Yeah.
So well done. Keep up the good work. Okay. So we had you guys beating GC Knights with a red card too. Very impressive.
1-0. Yeah, we got red card in the 84th minute, something like that.
Yeah.
So it was second yellow. Poor Roman. So he's been on the bench. Young lad that's come into the team.
Yeah.
So
the awful singer. I watched on one of your videos.
Nah.
You said he should be better singer for how good looking he is, but he wasn't.
Yeah.
Remember you slagged him off. I'm just saying what you said.
Yeah. It's like a chain of hate, aren't we? Yeah, we're not doing well at the moment. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he's very good looking, and he acted like he could sing, but he just...
Yeah.
Anyway, he hasn't played for ages, and he got his first game the other week in the 23s, alright? So he's playing for the 23s, and he got red carded. The week after, there was injuries in the team, so opportunity for him to come in. He obviously had to miss out because of rain, the 23s. That suspended game had to be a 23s game. So he missed out 2 NPL games.
Yeah.
Anyway, a few weeks later, he waits, still getting his chance. Gets his chance this week.
Good on him.
100%. Yellow, red. Now he's going to miss out again.
Brutal.
Next week. Poor lad, eh?
Brutal. Yeah, I think sometimes those young lads, they can get over eager. They're too hyped up and like they can be too buzzing and just make silly errors or silly fouls.
I think like they were just a little bit late. They weren't foul, like terrible fouls, but they were like just a little bit caught up late, stopping the play. I thought they were alright, and to be fair, with a red card, no one knew what was going on.
Yeah.
No one, only the referee saw it. When I looked back at it, that's when I thought, oh, it actually was a red card.
Good decision.
Yeah, good decision, you know?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, big win for us. Chrissy Lucas goal.
Good on him.
Worldy,
from the penalty.
Worldy.
Spot.
What a guy, eh?
Yeah. Good win for you boys. Next we had Brisbane City versus Sunny Coast Wanderers with a draw.
I tipped that.
Yeah, you did. You got that one right.
Tipped that one.
Halliday versus
Rigby. Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know
so
what happened. I didn't watch the game.
Probably expected City to win with the momentum, but Wanderers are a good battling team and they'll get some results. They'll pick some results up against good teams.
Yeah, they always will, yeah.
Yeah, next we had Wynnum versus East. 6-goal thriller. 4-2 to East.
Yeah.
I had 0 in the tipping. I got nothing right. I picked, embarrassing, eh? I picked Wynnum to win that one. I thought they might bounce back, but East are obviously, like we were saying with the table, they've played so much fewer games, you would forget that they're doing so well.
Yeah.
So, good win for them.
What's that, 4 wins now, 2 draws?
I think so, yeah. We'll get the table up in a
Get
sec.
it later, yeah.
Yeah, so good win for them. And then we had Lions drew with Penn Power.
Yeah,
So,
the 1-1.
evenly matched. And then Willawong with Morton City Excelsior. 3-1 to Willawong with the goal of the season.
Goal of the season, what a finish.
Goal of the season. Freak. Did you want to you can put the video on.
And Beckham saw Sullivan off his line. Oh! That is absolutely phenomenal. What an astonishing goal from the halfway line. Well, you might expect Eric Cantona to do that, but he would have admired it. Surely an England player of the future scores a goal that will be talked about and replayed for years.
Not many people can do that.
No.
He was about a few metres in his own half, and to hit the net on the full, because you can hit it and it might bounce in or something, but he's hit the net on the full with an absolute rocket. That's different level. That's good, like in any level. That's some strike.
That is some strike. Well, it's Joshy Wilson,
Yeah, I
the
know,
one that
Joshy
scored
Wilson.
it, and like, you know, we know Joshy Wilson. We played with Joshy Wilson for a long time. That pitch must be small.
The pitch is tiny.
Yeah.
The pitch is we'll get that out of the way.
And
Pitch is small.
it would have bubbled up.
I did say that to him. I messaged him, and I think it's obviously had the perfect bobble.
And it's hit his shin hard.
Yeah, you know when you go play golf with someone though, and they're rubbish, right? And then they just every now and again they just hit a perler. Hit a perler.
You reckon that's it?
Nah, he's not rubbish. He's a good player. I'm just saying, every now and again you can hit it clean, can't you?
Yeah.
But to be fair, I might have to retract what I just said because he did hit the crossbar the week before from like halfway.
Yeah.
So he's obviously got it in a kit bag. Maybe we were underestimating him.
And he has sent me a few other strikes from long range where he... I will put them up when we're talking about him, but he has been close.
If he gets another one, then we just have to accept that he's the GOAT of long ranges.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, he's obviously got it in the kit bag.
There was an attempt a couple of minutes before from one of his other teammates that tried from halfway and just missed. But it makes me think, I counted it was 6 seconds, all right, from the moment that the ball was left from that to Joshy Wilson got it. So 6 seconds for Joshy to take a touch, look forward, ping the ball over the top of that goalkeeper's head. So how far out is that goalkeeper?
Yeah, he's
just started
bad
off with.
decision. Is that one from your club?
Nah. More, it's a Moreton Bay, isn't it, team?
Yeah.
No, I don't know his name, but I do know who he is. He's not bad. He's a good keeper, good shot stopper.
Some of them do take liberties though, and they get too eager. They try to get involved, and they just get real high because it must feel dangerous being so high up. But you can't leave yourself exposed because it's just like you let your team down, really, because no one should be able to score from there.
No.
So he's obviously just taking the piss a bit, and he's got done. But it's some strike. Like hitting the net on the full is top notch.
Yeah, it's hard to see with the camera. It is top notch. That is top notch. Joshy Wilson, you are a legend.
Goal of the week. I honestly think it could be goal of the season.
He's definitely up there.
Yeah, it's obviously number one at the moment. I haven't seen a better goal this season.
I don't think we will.
No.
Not unless Joshy Wilson scores another one.
If he does it again, because he's hit the crossbar, if he does it again, oh my days, he needs a permanent segment.
No, he'd be getting signed by Knights in no time, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
Big contract be coming for Joshy Wilson.
Yeah, he's still young enough, isn't he? He's probably 27, 28, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe younger, 26. But if he keeps it up, he'll be getting some calls.
See the game? Did you see the stats on that game?
No. Oh, yeah, you sent them to me.
It was like 29 shots on goal or something. It's both only 7 shots on target.
Yeah.
But there was the second half, mate. It was like shot after shot, and it was just mayhem.
But they are good, St George. They're like a scrappy team, so they will stick together and get blocks in and make it difficult for the other team.
Good for them. Good to get them bounce back. We spoke about the other week, so they're going to relegate, and obviously listen. I know a few of them listen to this pod, and that's obviously pumped them up and get them going.
Yeah, he's had a good. They've had a good couple of wins and
they have
moving up the table. But 3-1 against Moreton City, great result.
Moreton City have been great as well. So
yeah, good on them.
Yeah,
good on them. And then last game, Olympic 1-0 against Royal Youth. I think a lot of people tipped Royal Youth for a draw for that one. But 1-0, good win for him.
Yeah.
Pick up some wins.
No, Olympic will get wins like that. It's sort of, I didn't watch that game.
Yeah,
didn't interest me that one.
No, but good on them. So if we look at the standings for this week, we've currently got Lions at the top, but they've had 10 games played. Second, we have you boys, Gold Coast United, with 9 games played. Second, mate.
Screenshot that.
But let's just have a look. We do have Eastern Suburbs below you, 2 points below you, and they've played 3 games less.
Yeah.
So if they win a couple of games, they'll probably be second or first.
Yeah.
Because they're 4 games, so they're 4 games behind Lions and only 3 points, and they're first. So if East win 2 of their games in hand out of 4, they'll be winning by 3 points. So I think I expect them to be top when all the catch-up games get played.
Definitely right. I've been thinking about what it is with East. I reckon they've got a few good quality leaders in that team, haven't they?
They signed all those boys with experience. I think Scott Neville's he played over 300 A-League games, I think, and he's like those solid defensive players that can organise your team. They've got Rydenton, they've got Halliday that's played A-League. They've obviously got a bit of cash, and they
Brindle South.
They got Brindle South. Made some good signings. Some ex-A-League players.
100%. They must have, because I'm saying, I was thinking the other day, these players definitely are not cheap to get them to go to East, because East were never a big, really a big club, were they?
Nah, they've had spells where they do okay, but they're not top of the table in the NPL. I think this is the first season they've really given it a full
and attracted top quality players. Ben Halliday was one of the best players in the league. He is one of the most dangerous players in the league.
And the only way you could do that, it's not because you get a good coach who attracts these players. It's cash. Let's be real. Obviously, someone's come in with a lot of money and gone, "I'll help support you. Get some new players."
Yeah.
Because they wouldn't be on anything less than 800. They're all on $1,000.
You reckon
100%? Yeah.
It's got. But it's got. But you can get the wrong thing, like a guy can go to a club with money and sign loads of players and spend and not sign the right players.
No, that
so you have to sign if you are paying a lot of money to players, sign the right player. Like,
Definitely.
And they've obviously done that.
Happens all the time. Like strikers last year, we signed a lot of players, but we had a lot of like older players, and we didn't have any like youngsters. So you can overpay. Like you can get these basic players to be on minimum wage at most clubs.
Yeah.
And you can overpay bad players. Where you should really just find your core 6 or 7 that you pay and then have good young boys. So they've obviously done it right, which is good for them. And it's always nice to mix up the power, isn't it, in the league? Like, you don't always want it to be the top 2 the same all the time, top 3. So it's good to see them mixing it up.
This year's a big difference, isn't it, this year? Like a lot of...
Knights have struggled, they've dropped a few points.
Yeah.
I back them to come back and, mid-season transfer window's opening up soon, so... They're one of the teams that always pick a few players up.
They're going to have to. And it doesn't help having Max Brown out and that new centre-back they had.
Yeah.
I don't know his name.
That's another thing too when you start getting older players. Like, everyone's... you've gone through your core group and then everyone gets a little bit older. You start getting a few injuries, players miss games. It's quite difficult, so you've got to kind of rebuild.
Yeah.
So, but at the bottom of the table, so St George have pulled it out now. They're out of the relegation zone. And then we have Wynnum Wolves and Sunny Coast Wanderers in the bottom 2.
Wynnum Wolves are down there?
Yeah, Wynnum Wolves, because they've lost a couple of games. So Fifey should have kept him.
5?
Yeah.
That's crazy. How can Wynnum Wolves be down there? How many games they played?
They've played 9. They played
9 as well?
9 games. So they've played more than the teams above them. And Sunny Coast Wanderers have played 7, they're bottom, and they're 3 points away. So
every time we do this tipping, Zach Mulby tips Wolves to win and he gets extra points. How are they not winning?
Well, he's only done it twice.
Yeah.
He's only 2 points. But I back them to turn it around. But you never know, do you? Like, it's difficult this league now. I think everyone's picking up points against everyone.
If you really think about it, when you start going 9 games in, 10 games, it's hard to get points, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, we should. It's round 11, I think now, or round 12, because I did the tipping. It's match day 12, and the max games played is 10. Some teams have played 6 and 7. Like, there's 5 games that we need to catch up. So it's going to be a busy back end of the year. But players love that, don't you? Midweek games.
Yeah, midweek games. But it's a bit frustrating when it's like Wednesday, Saturday, Wednesday.
It's going to be.
Saturday.
It's going to have to be. The back end of the year is going to be hectic.
Yeah, and it's like obviously it's disadvantage to every team.
Yeah.
When that happens, because you need that momentum, or you're not playing enough.
Yeah.
Or you're playing too much. So yeah, it's a bit of a messed up season. That's probably why it's more open. You reckon?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, not as much consistency. So you're not playing Saturday. It's like Saturday, game cancelled. Try to play Wednesday, game cancelled, then you have 2 weeks off.
Yeah.
And we spoke about it at the start of the year. Players can go out, can't they? They can be like, free weekend.
Yeah.
Because you've got 6-7 months where you're not really going out much.
No.
As much, are you? But then you get a free weekend and people might go away on holiday and they might, go out for a couple of nights. So it can definitely affect things, but I'm enjoying it. It's been an interesting season.
Yeah, it's only getting better. What's the tipping? Did you get the tipping up?
Yeah, get the tipping
up the top.
So here's the leaderboard. You've skyrocketed to the top because you picked the correct score. The first one for the 10 bonus points. Well done.
Well done, Price.
Well done, man.
The bonus, yeah.
You've done well. DK hasn't got the bonus points, but he's cleaning up on the results. He's doing real well.
Knows his football, doesn't he?
Yeah, he doesn't. Coaches, they watch a lot, don't they? And they can sort of pick up what's going to happen. I'm 8th. I didn't get a point last round because I'm absolutely useless.
8th?
Yeah, but the thing is, I just need that bonus round. I just need to hit a bonus point. So I just need to get the correct score.
Yeah, I was the same as you last week.
Yeah.
I was tiring the same thing, and look at me now.
Look at you now. Stay humble.
Yeah, and I don't think any less of you because of where you are.
Thanks, bro.
I still think you know your football a little bit.
Thanks, man.
And
it's real kind of you.
Yeah.
So I'll get the fixtures up for this week, and we can give our tips in.
Oh yeah, good tipping points.
So I got the post up last night. I decided after Joshy Wilson's goal, I thought, who else are we going to make the bonus game? Has to be St George.
It has to be St George.
St George and East just came off a 4-2 big win. So we're going
St George and East.
St George versus East. There is a midweek game tonight, Wednesday night fixture.
Yeah.
So I've put just the one bonus game. So St George Saturday game against East is the bonus. But we have St George versus Olympic at St George tonight.
So what
you tipping for that?
Oh, Olympic just got off the win at St George. I don't know. I really hope St George keep that momentum going.
I'm going to go St George.
Are you going to go St George to win?
3-1 win at home.
What, you going for the score?
No, just the win.
Just the win, sorry.
Just for that game. That's the tonight's game. It's not bonus.
Sorry.
I'm going St George to win against Olympic. I think they've just won 3-1 at home. They're a good bunch of lads. I reckon they'll get around each other.
I really want them to go, but I can't. I'm going to go Olympic.
Olympic? Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to go Olympic. Sorry, St George. Sorry, Joshy. I hope you prove me wrong.
Yeah, I hope he scores from halfway.
I hope he scores from halfway.
So next up we got Lions versus Knights. At Lions.
Really? Oh, Lions.
Yeah?
Yeah, when I watched... If they're still missing Max Brown, Knights and centre back, I think...
Yeah,
I think... a little bit. Lions are good. Lions are hit form a little bit.
Yeah, I think Lions too.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Lions for that one. Next we have Wynnum Wolves versus you boys, GCU.
Well, I'm going to have
to...
to... I think probably GCU.
You versed them round 1 and I watched and you got the 3-1 win. They didn't have Jez or Luke Francis.
They didn't have their team.
They didn't have their bigger players, but...
Every time we play these top teams, they don't have their big players.
No, at Wynnum too. I think, based off your form and your flip-floppy, I'm going to go Wolves.
Oh, yeah?
Because you're so up and down, I don't know what to do. And I think you won last week, so that means you're due for a loss this week, and then you'll win next week.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Wolves for that one. No offence.
No, none taken, bro. You got it wrong last week, and you're probably going to get it wrong this week, so that's fine.
So true. Raw Youth versus Penn Power. At Raw Youth, I think Meakin they play at, or wherever they play. I think I'll go Power for that one.
Yeah, Power can sort of bully them.
That's what
teams.
When I was at Power, we used to just bully them. I remember it's pretty funny. Like we were versing Raw Youth, and this is the season they were good. They were 3rd or 2nd, and they had Cyrus Demi and a few like really good players. They were all like 19, 20. They weren't really young. They had Eli Adams, who plays for Newcastle Jets now.
Yeah,
he was on the wing, and so we needed a win to win the league, or get away from them and to look like we're definitely going to win the league. And if we lost, Raw Youth would have probably looked like they were going to win the league. And we were just like, we can't let Raw Youth win the league. So, in the first, like, we were just like, we're just going to bully them, right? First thing that happens, Josh Woolley, good player, ball gets lofted to Eli Adams. Josh Woolley was playing left back or left wing back. Sprints up, goes for the header, and just goes straight through his chest. Like, they both dropped for the ball, he just went, like, mid-air tackle, flattened Eli Adams, and then he was just out of the game. Like, he took him out. It was a bad tackle, but it wasn't a foul. You know when you get away with it, it doesn't look like a foul. So he rinsed him, and then that just like sort of spiked what was going to happen for the rest of the game. And I remember Sam Roper, they had to send him into a captain, and he was going at him all game, like and he went to him, hey mate, have you not heard? You're getting released. You are rubbish. He was going like in the middle of the pitch. I'm like laughing. I felt bad for this kid, and he did get released a year ago. I think he's at Rochdale now, but Roper's going to him, you are the worst player I've ever seen. Why are you at Roy? You suck. And he's like, you're getting released next week. I promise you. You are terrible. All game, just giving it to this kid. And then I think eventually, like, everyone was sort of doing the same, just hitting them. And we ended up winning, like, 2-1, I think, or 1-2-0 or something like that. But it was brutal. I felt so bad for this kid. But you learn those things, don't you? You got to be strong.
Yeah, and it does happen. Like, a lot of teams do go and just bully those. It used to be like that as well when they were even younger.
100%, but that was actually a really good team. That Cyrus Demi was decent.
Right, yeah, he was dangerous, wasn't he? Yeah, and Eli Adams was superb. I don't know how he's going now.
He's at Newcastle Jets now.
Yeah,
he's doing alright, but yeah, mate, it was brutal for the young boys. But we had to do it to win because they were probably as good, if not better, at football, like the footballing style. Like they were a real good side, so we just had to bully them.
Yeah, 100%. So I think I'll go with a power win. You just sold me on that one. Yeah.
Morton City versus Brisbane City. 2 teams looking for a bounce back.
Yeah, and it's away at Morton City?
Yeah, at Morton City.
Draw.
Yeah. See, I don't want to go the same as you. I was thinking draw. I'm going to back Morton City for a bounce back. But Keopal got sent off.
Yeah.
So I can't see him scoring many goals.
And
actually, no, I'm just going to go draw. I need points here.
You need points?
Yeah, I'm going to go draw as well.
Yeah, right. Yeah, because Reece Queen Jones is out as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
His ACL.
Yeah.
No Keopal.
Yeah,
they struggle, no goals.
Right, now this one's the bonus game, so St George versus East on Saturday or Sunday, so they're a weekend game. So for the score, I think East might get them. I think East 3-1.
Yeah, I'm going to go 2-0 East.
2-0 East?
Yeah, I can't back against East. They're on a heater. Nah, they're on a heater until they prove us wrong.
And you know when you have those games where it's like if we win, like they've got all those games in hand, and they're just saying if we stay consistent, like this is our league.
100%.
You know what I mean? Like they're in the pole position to take it over.
Yeah, definitely.
And then the final game, Olympic FC versus Sunny Coast Wanderers at Olympic.
Oh, Sunday?
I think it'll be, Sunday for Olympic, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm glad it's a Sunday game.
I reckon.
Has to drive down.
I got Olympic.
Yeah. I'm going to go Sunny Coast. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm a Rigby fan.
You are a Rigby fan.
I am a Rigby.
You're loyal.
I am loyal. Loyal to Rigby.
Love it.
And that's it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, get your tips in. See how everyone goes. Hopefully you can beat me. Not hard, but hopefully you can also beat Fraser because he's on a heater.
I am on a heater. I'm at the top. Look, me and DC and me mum are going to pull away with it. 100%.
Your mum's killing it.
Oh no, we're the three at the top. I swear she just copies me dad.
Well, she can't because your dad's doing crap.
No, I know.
Haven't he got any points either?
Nah, he's having a stinker. He wasn't happy when he phoned me the other day.
Yeah.
So, but look.
You just need that bonus game and then you take over, don't you?
Exactly right.
Well,
Taking over.
well done, mate.
Thank you.
Stay humble.
Stay humble.
Can't fight it, don't hide it, just ignite it.
So last night, before I went to bed, I was, lying there and I got a message from a referee not happy with us.
No.
Nah.
Well, I did see, you did send me a text saying check out the message we received on our account.
Yeah.
So I did check it out. And last week we did a ref, I wrote it down as a ref blunder. I felt like it was probably, and it was a game at Couchies versus Magic, wasn't it?
Yeah, the offside call.
Offside call.
Contentious offside call. But
Yeah, and anyway, we were told, we had a message, and the message clearly stated that blunder was wrong, and we were wrong about that.
Yeah.
And that it's, we should have sorted it out. We should know the rules.
We're told that we're not expected to know the rules.
No.
But we should read up on them, yeah?
Yeah, I get you. But then, so we did laugh a little bit, and I do apologise to that guys or that referee.
Yeah.
And it wasn't actually a dig at him. I did watch it back, and I felt, maybe I was a bit harsh towards him.
Yeah.
But it actually wasn't a dig at you personally. It was a dig at the situation of the goal itself, because we obviously believed it was offside. But then luckily another ref actually messaged us. We had another ref message us. A lot nicer message, wasn't it?
A bit nicer, yeah.
A bit nicer, but he pretty much explained the rule, explained the Rashford offside rule
he did
to us.
clarify it, sent us an article.
Sent us an article, and it which was awesome. And so it gives us a little thing to talk about it, because we obviously don't know rule by rule every single. Obviously no one does. I think they change all the time, don't they? But we sort of know what's fair and what's unfair and what we think. But
yeah, I think he sent us the article with ESPN, and I was reading the Rashford bit about it, where Rashford, it's a subjective decision for the referee. The referee gets to decide subjectively, in his opinion.
Yeah.
Do you think he interfered with play, and do you think he stopped the other player being able to play the ball? And he didn't think so, because he didn't think he was close enough. So it's all subjective in that aspect.
Yeah.
There are some black and white lines you can draw where it's a definite offside, where you touch the player, or you touch the ball, or you fake to shoot.
Yeah.
For me, I think the Rashford one, I think he's so close to the ball, I think he does interfere with play. So if it was subjective, I would say offside.
Yeah.
But then if they're right, and then the laws of the game are saying that him running at the ball doesn't interfere with play, and that's a subjective thing, I still think that's offside. But if it is the laws of the game where we were wrong and that is onside, so you can sprint at the ball, be through on goal, everyone stops their motion based off you, and then you can just walk away.
Yeah.
If that's allowed, then I think the law's wrong.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with the refs making the call. If that's their opinion, I'm happy we have refs. It's awesome. Like, we need refs.
100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
100%.
we take the piss a bit. We're only joking around.
Yeah.
But we do need the refs.
Yeah.
So if that is the correct thing, then I think the law should be changed, because technically you're interfering with play. You've made an action towards the ball, and then you've changed your mind. You've walked away. So I just think if that is the case and we were wrong, which it is what it is.
Oh, yeah.
I just think the law's a bit wrong. I'm not a fan of you being able to run at the ball, impact the play, and then just because you haven't touched it, you haven't interfered.
Yeah, no,
So-
it is a strange law, and they do adjust the offside law quite a bit to make it more goals, I guess, or to make it happen. But from that perspective it was, is it interfering with play? And we just believed it was, wasn't it?
The thing is, you can't see on that, but I know in the Rashford goal, the lino had his flag up.
Yeah.
So the lino flag for offside, but the referee is the ultimate decision maker. So he gets the final call. But I feel like as soon as the lino's flag goes up, then that stops play. to people's. So I can't see on that video if the ref put the liner had his flag up. Sort of looks like the players looked across and sort of stopped. So I don't know if he did, but that's a tough one if your liner has his flag up, because most players, like liners put his flag up, you sort of start stopping even though you haven't heard a whistle. So it is vague. It's one of those vague things in football that could be easily managed, but just with the laws of the game, it can be quite difficult. Similar to the handball rule, like that changes all the time.
Yeah.
Like if you're in a natural position, and then it used to just be any handball penalty.
Yeah.
But there were silly ones where it was next to the leg, where now it's more natural position, so it's more subjective again. Because there's sometimes, is this a natural position if you're blocking a shot?
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of difficult to pick, but they're always trying to improve it. So.
Always trying to make things, but they are like borderline. You know, VAR can't even get things right, can it?
No, a lot of it is subjective. It's down to the ref, and I think we should probably, like on the pitch, most of the time I was like try to be really respectful to refs. And I think sometimes in football, people can be really disrespectful
to refs.
And in NRL, they can't be. You get sent off. In football, I think the cringiest thing in football, and I hate it, is when everyone crowds the ref and they're almost like bumping them. You know, when a full team crowds a ref and like he's in their face, oh, do this. They should leave him alone. It should be only the captain that can speak to him. Like, I don't think you should all be able to run at the ref and then.
And
sometimes you see the players where they get face to face and the ref's walking backwards and they're just like. Being aggressive, and I think that for me that should be automatic red.
Yeah.
If you get in the ref's face and like you can say, ref, that was rubbish. Like you can say that and he can go, no, you're rubbish. Like they can give it you back. You know what I mean? Like, but I
remember Lara was the famous one when she around here, and then people used to say to her, Lara, that was crap position. She used to say, and then when you mess up a pass, she'd say, that was crap.
Yeah, and I rate that. I feel like people do need to be more respectful. Like especially if you're getting aggressive and being in the ref's face, I think yellow straight away or even a red. Like the refs are there for us. You know what I mean? Like we need them. You definitely need to be more respectful. Yeah,
all the time. But now with that offside rule, we're still a bit thingy of that one. We think that should be changed to an offside. If you're interfering with any sort of play, and he was in that moment. We thought he was.
Yeah, and it's nothing personal. It's just.
Nah. Sorry, buddy, anyway. I feel bad, I feel like I've upset him.
Yeah,
but,
you're pretty aggressive.
He's probably going to send me off next time if
I
rest of the game. Yeah.
Just
for walking on the pitch or something.
For your mullet.
Yeah.
Shit, haircut, send off.
Oh yeah, I have to change my appearance.
Yeah.
But life goes on.
Life goes on, mate. Life goes on.
Can't fight it, don't hide it, just ignite it.
So Europa League final, I forgot to mention this.
Yeah.
I saw this hilarious thing. So United make 5.5 million for making the final, so like share of the revenue.
Yep.
Mason Mount had it in his contract that he gets a $3 million bonus, or maybe more, if they make a European final. So of that 5.5 million, Mason Mount gets a £3 million bonus. Could you imagine getting £3 million? Just a bonus? And he barely played all season. I think he played in the final.
He did put it to get his money's worth.
Yeah, that's crazy. Like a $3 million bonus and your team only makes 5.5 from the final. And he wouldn't have been the only one. I'm assuming there was a few more bonuses. There might have been a negative after that.
What a waste of money, eh?
Waste of money.
Why did they even sign him in the first place and not even...
Well, I think they were doing so badly, they probably we're never making a European final.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
You're probably right. Yeah, that's a weird one. Especially when your prize is $5 million.
Yeah. I know, but good on him. Like, good negotiation. His agent needs a raise.
Yeah.
That's brilliant for him.
Yeah. We'd like to see more of Mason Mount. We don't see a lot of him play, do we?
No, he's had some good years and he's sort of had a few niggles, so hopefully he can turn around.
He had a bit of that stint for Chelsea and then he was in the England sort of getting a set-up.
Southgate loved him.
Southgate loved him, and I liked him too. He had good energy in there.
Yeah.
But just sort of...
Yeah, and the other one, McTominay, leaves United, gets slagged off all the time, goes to Napoli, they just win the league, he scores a bicycle kick in the game to win the league, gets Serie A Player of the Year.
Did he really?
Yeah, he got Player of the Year in Serie A. So he's gone from United sort of outcast, bit disrespected, to winning Serie A Player of the Year. And if you look at the players that have won that trophy, Serie A Player of the Year will be like Cristiano Ronaldo will be on there. Totti, Kaká, all these players, all these massive players, R9 would have won it. Like all these massive players, and you've got McTominay at the top.
He's done well. Good on him to leave. And
100%, and he's like a fan favourite. He's loved there. And you know what Napoli's like? they're so passionate about football. They have Maradona murals everywhere. Like McTominay is going to be a hero there. Like he will be. He genuinely will be. He'll be like a cult hero in Napoli.
No, that's crazy. It shows how toxic Man United really is, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It must be that toxic there for these players. And even the vibe and like how we all get around them and get among them. And the same as Tottenham, we give them a hard time.
Yeah.
And the whole world does. Must be half of them players.
Yeah, I feel bad though if we could, like, United, everyone's like, they should be top, but their team's rubbish.
Yeah,
Like, their team's literally rubbish. Like,
yeah.
if you look at the mid-table teams, I would take Matoma, Mbomo, who else? Cunha, Bowen, are all better than the wingers that United have.
Oh, yeah.
They're all better than them, and these teams are like mid-table.
Yeah.
They'd be on half the money that they're
Quarter
on.
of the money, probably.
Yeah. Instead of Højlund, I'd take Wissa from Brentford.
Yeah.
Who else would you take?
Chris Wood.
I'd probably take Chris Wood, Strand Larson from Wolves. Like, you take all these young players over there.
Lyndon Dykes.
Lyndon Dykes, yeah.
Josh Wilson.
Andy Pingelli. But you would.
Harvey Pope.
Yeah, you would. Not him.
No.
That's what he said. Yeah, you take all these players over their team. I think Bruno's the only one that's, shining on a level every game. So it's their team's where it should be. Maybe a few positions higher, but they're rubbish. So they need a big off season. Need to get some big recruitment in.
Yeah, and who's the new owner that take over? It was that Sir Jim Ratcliffe, wasn't it?
Jim Ratcliffe, yeah, he's like a minority owner, but he's been cracking down on the cost like intensely. So they usually like give the workers tickets to games, and then he stopped that.
He stopped
So
that.
I think Bruno Fernandes and the players paid for all the people who work at Man United to go to the final in Bilbao. So they had to pay out their own pockets because the club wouldn't pay. I think you used to be able to, if you worked at the Man United ground at Carrington or Old Trafford or wherever it was, you used to be able to get free lunch.
Yeah.
And then they've stopped it. They're like, only players can get the free food. Like, they've really cut down on costs in like a minimal way. Where that's 1 week's wage for Casemiro.
That's Mason
Pays
Mount,
for
isn't
that
it?
for a full year.
Mason
It's
Mount.
Mason Mount getting these bonuses.
Yeah, 100%.
But that can affect the culture when you start taking all these things away that used to be allowed. People start getting disgruntled, and then the energy drops. Like, it'll be the most toxic place to go into to work.
Yeah, definitely right. No, they're not the team that's gonna.
Yeah.
They don't seem like they're gonna come back anytime soon. Not yet. They need to.
This is a niche thing. Have you ever watched Supernatural, the TV show?
I've seen it. I don't know if we talk about that.
There's lots of demons and stuff
Yeah.
like that. It's quite. I'm showing I'm a nerd right now.
Yeah,
but
I know.
Basically, you can sell your soul to the devil. You meet him at a crossroads, and you can sell your soul to the devil for like 20 years of luck and success. It's like United sold their soul to the devil. They are the Red Devils.
Yeah.
So they sold the soul to the Devils. They had 20, 30 years of like insane success, and now it's ended. So someone else is going to have to go to a crossroads.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, they've sold their soul to the devil. They're the Red Devils. They've had massive success, and now it's over. And it is what it is. So someone else is going to have to go to a crossroads and sell their soul.
Yeah, no, definitely right. Who do you reckon that Man United could sign to improve him then?
Man United is still a massive club. They're probably the only club who could be at that low in the table and still sign heaps of players. I think, obviously, they're looking at signing Cunha. I've seen that Fabrizio Romano, who's that journalist who breaks all the big stories.
Yeah.
He said Cunha's a done deal. Cunha, which I think is a good signing. He's an unreal player. I think
From Wolves.
Yeah, I just don't know where he'll play. Like him and Bruno. Bruno might drop deeper and have Cunha as the 10.
Yeah,
If Cunha's not a 9, they'll find a way. And obviously, he just needs to find players that fit in his structure. So they need to. He's got his specific style of play in mind. He needs to find players that are going to suit him. I don't know if they're going to get Gyökeres from Sporting.
Yep. Who's
been banging in goals, and he's jacked.
Bro,
like he's a physical set. Like he's a beast. So I think he could do well. And if you score 30 goals in a league, you can score anywhere in a top league. Like if you're scoring 30 plus over multiple seasons, you can score goals. So I think it's going to be a big difference for them if they have someone who can score 20 goals a season.
Definitely.
Yeah, but I don't know who else they'll get. I haven't seen any rumblings in the news.
No, maybe get Anthony back.
Anthony back. Yeah, well, he's another one who's gone to Betis. He's shining. He's shining.
There was an article the other day that came out and said how hard it was for him at United. But I remember the abuse he used to get online. It used to be funny.
Yeah, I know. And he was easy to take the piss out of because he'd do the weird things, and he did have a few nightmares. But I feel like it just shows the nerves that you have playing at those big clubs. Like if you know when you get nervous and you're in your own head, you freeze up and you're terrible. And then when you play freely, you're so much better.
Yeah.
So I think they just get too nervous and can cop abuse, and you have to be real strong mentally to play well there.
Probably couldn't handle the pressure of it all.
Yeah, too much pressure.
Yeah.
Pressure makes diamonds. It also makes coal.
Yeah.
So you can go one or two ways.
Gee.
Lovely metaphor for life, though.
That is a very good metaphor.
Yeah, quite deep.
Can't fight it, don't hide it, just ignite it.
So, last thing we want to talk about, a couple of things. So we've got Championship, the teams got promoted.
Yep.
So I know Ben Ryan's buzzing. Sunderland won the playoff final. We finally got a Bellingham in the Premier League.
Yeah. Is that Sunderland Till I Die still operating on Netflix?
I haven't seen it in a while.
No.
Might make a comeback now. I think
Might make a comeback now?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of those shows and they do really well. So I think they might make a comeback. But yeah, Sunderland got the big promotion. Well done. Playoffs, final.
At Wembley.
Yeah, did you see the last goal?
No, I didn't.
So I'll send it. You can put it up here. It's a who were they playing? Sheffield United are on a counter attack, and the ball. They win the ball on like the edge of the box, and then they're driving forward. The player plays it into the striker, into his feet. All he has to do is like an around the corner, and they're in one up like they're in.
Yeah.
Or bounce it off to the 8 running on, and then he can clip it in behind, and it looked like they could score. The 9's coming to him. He shanked the ball back, the layoff. It's gone straight through to a Sunderland player who drives a goal and puts it in the bottom corner. It was brutal. Like, that guy's going to have nightmares, but it was a great finish.
Nah.
Great finish.
They finished on 90 points, Sheffield United, on
I know.
3rd. And they were like, what, 10, 12, or even more than that above the rest.
Yeah, it's brutal.
That would be gutting
It's
for
a
them,
brutal
wouldn't it?
league. That game, and then I've got 46 game season to go again in the hardest promotion you can get. Like, it's brutal, and hopefully they can get back up because we want the best teams up. But we'll see how we go. But yeah, well done to Sunderland.
Yeah,
so Sunderland, Burnley, and Leeds.
Yeah, three teams that have all been up there before, but probably go back down.
Yeah, I think Burnley are a small club.
Yeah.
And I don't think in the Prem they can be as consistent defensively.
No.
So they didn't score many goals. So they're going to need to improve. I feel like Leeds and Sunderland are big enough clubs that if they can get some finances and sign a few players, they could stay up.
Definitely.
But I don't know about Burnley. They're a tiny club.
They are a smaller club than the others. Sunderland are massive, realistically, but they've done so many years in that lower league, they need to go back up.
Yeah, so hopefully they can put on a decent season.
Yeah.
Because unlike the last 3 that went up, all 3 went down. So hopefully we can have a few that stay.
It's hard to stay in the Prem.
It's hard to stay, but I'd like to see Leeds and Sunderland have a good crack. Burnley, they're the enemies of Blackburn, so I hope they get relegated.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah, well, that's why you're saying all negative comments about them.
So yeah, we'll see how we go. But also the Premier League, the Champions League spots got finalised. Notts Forest were in pole position for weeks and weeks and weeks and just shut the bed.
Sitting 3rd, weren't they? I thought it was just guaranteed that they were going to be in it. They've really let themselves down.
They had some really poor results, lost a few games that were winnable, and got a few draws. So they've dropped to 7th. They've got the Conference League, which they should win, or should be up there to win. So it might be nice to at least have a better chance of winning something. But you won. It's 1 point from Champions League.
Yeah.
That's how close it was. So
top 4 are the same as always, usually, aren't they? Liverpool, Arsenal, Man City, Chelsea.
yeah.
Boring,
Well,
isn't it?
even Crystal Palace are winning the FA Cup. They're in the Europa League.
Yeah.
So Crystal Palace are in the Europa League. Tottenham are in the Champions League. So we have 7, 8, 9 teams from England in Europe next year. Crazy. 5 in the Champs. No, 6 in the Champs.
Yeah.
2 Europa, 1 Conference League. So there'll be a lot of mix-ups, I think, in that top half with all these teams playing a lot of European games, especially the ones on the bottom end. So
Yeah.
but
It's good there's more opportunities to play in these games for more teams,
Yeah.
isn't it?
No, it's
More
good.
to fight for like us lower crapper teams, isn't it?
Did you see Aston?
West Ham. Yeah.
Did you see Aston Villa? How they lost to United last game of the season 2-0. But did you see what happened? So the ball goes through to the keeper, and he's gone to like pick it up, and he's fumbled it, and Morgan Rogers has gone in, towed the ball off him, and scored. The ref blew the whistle before he scored.
What for the?
The keeper's fumbled the ball. Morgan Rogers gone in, towed it past him, and scored. The ref blew the whistle before the ball went in the back of the net. So VAR is not allowed to intervene, and the keeper didn't have the ball.
So what is he blew the whistle for? Because
He thought the keeper had the ball in his hands, and he kicked it out. But the keeper fumbled it, and he didn't have the ball in his hands, so he dropped it. Rogers towed it past him and scored, and the ref blew the whistle like you're not meant to before the ball went in the back of the net. So then, because he blew before the ball touched the net, VAR can't intervene. So that would have gone Villa 1-0 up in like the 70th minute. And if they win, they're in the Champions League. So he's done that. like 2-3 minutes later, the ball goes up. United scored,
Oh my.
and that's cost them Champions League because all they needed was a draw. All they needed was a draw to make the Champions League, and they would have gone 1-0 up, like 20 minutes to go. So they sent in like a big complaint, so they got stitched up a bit there.
That is a stitch up, isn't it?
Yeah, because Newcastle as well came 5th. They lost on their final day, but they got lucky.
Yeah.
So we got Newcastle, Chelsea, City, Arsenal, Liverpool, which when you probably picked the season at the start, they might have been your top 5.
Newcastle are always that team that you tip to be at the top because they've got some quality players, haven't they?
They do. If they lose Isak, that's rumoured to different big clubs, they might struggle. They'd have to sign a really good number 9. Yeah, he can score goals, get assists, he can dribble. He's a good footballer. He's not just a lump up top. He'd be worth 100 mil minimum.
100 mil minimum. Yeah, a lot of money nowadays.
Crazy money. But speaking of getting that bread,
getting that bread,
I need to go to work and get that bread.
100%.
So we might have to end it here.
We'll have to end it here. Stay humble.
Stay humble. Get your tips in, everyone.
Well done to Joshy Wilson for goal of the week.
Goal of the season.
Yeah, and the ref blunder. Change the rule.
Yeah, change the rule.
Yeah.
But it's not personal.
Nothing personal to you, buddy.
It's all love. All love on this podcast.
It's all love on this pod. So, and thanks to the ref that actually sent us the article and broke it down to us because we don't mind. We don't mind. Yeah, we love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, we love that. And Popey, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. But if you want to go one-on-one, Fraser's jumping in as well. So, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, and stay humble.
Stay humble, guys. Cheers.
Can't stop it, can't handle it, can't fight it, don't